Okay, so today we have the Bravo Express BES 870 machine. Perhaps you can just show that to them. Right, okay, so what we have here is, I am sure that this safety mechanism, the one that is actuated by Barista, actuated by that little pin, works correctly. Since when I activate it, you will see that the system goes in correct operation. What is happening with this is, babe, make sure that we can see it. When I push, there is no action. Push, no action. So, diagnosis is that that button is faulty. You can pause that. Where's me? So, I got the replacement part from the Peddling Bean. I will put the contacts in the description. You'll see that it's a simple limit switch, little micro switch, and what's interesting that it has a physical limit that it runs to. So what I'm suspecting is that the one that's in there will still activate if you push it past that limit, because sometimes I still get this to work. Right, so as you can see here, come here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons over here. Buttons, screws. There's a screw underneath this. And then there's a screw that I should actually get out. And there's a screw underneath here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tip all of that stuff out quickly. Yeah. So I just toppled all the grains out so that I can turn this upside down. And then there's screws at the bottom of this there. So the main thing that we're going to need today is a screwdriver. Not much more than that. So I'm just going to start turning this out. Yeah, thank you, Porsche. Well, at this point I'm not 100% sure if I'll get the back cover off without removing the top cover, but we'll find that out just now. Now it looks like I'll have to actually take the top cover off. So to get the top cover off, there's another 2 screws underneath. One is there and one is over there. Just look in there, Papa. So right there in the bottom, there's a screw. I'm going to grab this one. Make that one go loose. Those 2 screws. Let's see if I can get them to just drop out nicely. Here's one. At this point, watch out. You can just unclip that so that you don't break that. Right. That goes to the side. I'm actually looking for another screw.
You're screwed.
Yeah, one of my screws are screwed. One of the more tricky bits. It's grabbing a little small screwdriver. Just to pop this one out. I'm going to be careful not to damage that. Just the cover. There we go. Put that to the side, and then there's another one for here. Am I reaching? I don't think so. drop out. Okay. So the tricky bit is now to get this cover off. And now I'll use more of the screws there. So this is all clipped. Just need to pop that out. Pop it out on the side. And on that side. And there's quite a big clip on this. That side that needs to come off. And here at the bottom it also clips. Feels like it's still being held in some way. There we go. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to just turn this around again. Screw comes out, got it. So that you see at the bottom here, there's two screws that holds the water inlet. Best to just unscrew that so that you can get access to the plate. Thank you. Okay, once those are unscrewed, just pop that out, and then this comes off. And you'll see that the electric cable won't come out of that, but that's fine. Just put it to the side. There's enough. Alright. So, as we can see, button is there, so it lives behind this cover. That's all the electrics. Now to get to that electrics, you also just need to remove this part. It's just the cover to keep the electric cord in place. Loose. So that's just to make place to get this out. Just put that out of the way for now. Stay there. Right. Now I believe this is where all the electronics are housed. And we just need to get to the back of that. See that those are longer screws, so those need to keep separate to the others. These screws are loose. We can lift this out. Be careful not to damage these little fine wires. They are quite tight, and as I say, make sure that you've got enough space to get this out. Ooh, now I see that's inside there. So this little one We need to go inside to go remove. But there's our micro switch, babe. That's the micro switch. You put some light on this. So there's the micro switch. We're going to pull that out. Bring this out, and you'll see that these actually has got a thinner nut, bolt screw than the rest of the system. So just keep that in mind when you're replacing it, so you get the right ones back. Yeah. So we've released the micro switch, the faulty one. We can actually test it, but I have tested it. I know it's faulty. So I'm just going to pop this open. Carefully not to break those little. Little board. And there we go. That's where our micro switch plugs into the board. And that should just lift out. And out comes the micro switch. Old one, and in goes the new one. It's different colors, so I'm hoping it's going to be the same. So, micro switch plugged in, and let's just get all of this back the way it was. Right, after a bit of a struggle, I think I've got all the wires in their place. Just make sure that there's nothing tangling over here. That looks good. Those looks good. These must just stay in there. And then I think we're good to put the cover back on. Cover goes back on like this. That just slips on. Clipped in. Cool. So where's our micro switch now? Here we go. And then we can stick the micro switch back in its place with the same smaller screws that we did before. That one in. And then that one, right. Just screw that into place. There we go. Right. So let's quickly test that everything is running before we close it up. To be able to do that, I would need to obviously put power on the machine. But you see that we're going to have the flashings. To get that right, I would need to one small other thing. Let's just grab, yeah. So to get this right, I need to short the button. That's a normally open button. This will become normally closed. And there we go. It's activated. And now let's see if I push the button. And it's running. Boom. Problem solved. Right. So I think we're safe to start the reassembly. Reassembly is everything in reverse. Don't forget to plug in the little bits and pieces. Right. Test successful. Right, now reassembling this is a little bit tricky because all the wires is everywhere and you don't want to pinch any of your wires. These boykies wants to be in there, so just make sure that they've got a nice little place to stay. Nice little place to come to rest, and we're not pinching any of them. There we go. Look how nice that is. This fits and sits lekker. Lekker! You guys know lekker. This sits lekker. Then we're going to grab those longer ones because they are. Need to grab these. Stopper. Right, show me here. I have decided to work smarter and not harder. Remember to set your resistance level nice and low, probably about 5. This way you won't strip your screws. Five is not high enough, not low enough. That is done. Move the machine upright again. Make sure that these wires are nicely tucked away, not in the way for everything else. And then those want to be tucked away here. And I just live there. This one we're going to put back just now. So now what happens here is behind, around and behind. Okay, so that's the securing of that wire. This one goes over here. And we pop another one in there. That secures this. There's our water inlet. Remember to put back your seal. Turn her upside down. I did showing this. This one is a little tricky. Seal popped out again. You can just put that back. Nope, seal. Be where I want you. Not a lot of space here to get this done. It's a short little pipe. Alright, that's in its place. Okay, that's in its place. It's a little tight, but you can get it. There we go. Ooh. screwdriver because this is an important one. Oh, that's actually perfect. Cool. Right. So everything that was done inside has been done. I think at this point I want to turn the machine back up. Like so. While we have it on the side, let's pop those two screws back. That noise you're hearing is the clutch of the drill slipping. It's not something breaking, so don't be alarmed. I think those, I put this one and this one back, and that one of course. Oopsie. Perfect. Alright. This one over here is going to be using some metal glove. Feel the tension coming up. It's tight. Remember to put this little cap back. Cap is back in position. Right, and now the top. Do not forget to plug in your safety switch. Other way around. Safety switch is in. There's a nice little clip for it. Keep it out of the way, and then the lid pops back on. Why am I having resistance? Let's just see why. Should not be having resistance. It actually feels right. It's just nice in front.
I think you're squeezing those ones. There we go.
Oh, that's much better. Okay, so the clippy goes at the bottom. Come have a look here. So it goes at the bottom there. There we go. See it? Just pop the back of the rear screws in first, and then the ones from the top, from the inside. Oopsie, that's on the right screw. Okay, we've got two screws left and two to go in. Stop one. So unfortunately, I had to reopen the whole thing, and that is because there's a slight difference between those screws. You see, those are the thinner one, and that's the thicker one. So the thinner ones goes in those holes, and that's why I didn't have all the screws to finish up the job. So I had to open this up again and redo this. Luckily for me, I still get torque on these screws, so I am happy to just reinstall them as they are. could be a problem since I've obviously put a bigger screw into a smaller screw's hole, which means that it doesn't take that, doesn't get to...
It's screwed.
It's slightly screwed, yes. Yes, baby, it's exactly, it's slightly screwed. Okay, so now I'm just going to pop this all back together again. Doesn't sound great, but it is fine. Right, now, this is reassembly, so we're going to
Reassembly.
reassembly. We're going to end the video, or pause the video here and carry on. And we're back at putting these screws in. So this was the one that let me know last time that it was not happy, that the thinner screw didn't take more torque. And now you can hear it does. Perfect. Sometimes we learn little lessons that we need to sort out. There we go, and the little pluggy goes back, and then the last two that we need to turn the machine on its head again. Just that one in that corner. The very last one. What you taking, Mary? Extra. How did that happen? I don't know. Did I lose a screw somewhere? Ek het al geskroef. Daar's twee.
Jy onthou om hierdie terug te sit.
Ja, hy is terug. Die screw is dan. Okay. Alright, we can put it back.
Let's first test it again.
Yeah, final test. I thought you're not recording.
I am.
Are you?
I am.
So did you record my little screw up?
I did.
That's there. That activates and push button. I think that's a micro switch replaced. Hope that helps you guys.